one of the deadliest terror attacks. On February 14, 2019, India witnessed one of the deadliest terror attacks in its history as a suicide bomber affiliated with Jaish-e-Mohammed targeted a convoy of Central Reserve Police Force personnel in Pulwama, Jammu and Kashmir. The attack claimed the lives of at least 40 CRPF jawans and injured many others, sparking outrage and grief across the nation. Since then, India observes February 14 as a Black Day to commemorate the sacrifice of the martyrs and to condemn the menace of terrorism. What happened on February 14, 2019? The Pulwama attack occurred at around 3:15 p.m. local time as the CRPF convoy was traveling from Jammu to Srinagar on the Jammu-Kashmir National Highway. The convoy consisted of 78 vehicles carrying about 2,500 personnel. As the convoy reached Lethpora near Avantipura, a car laden with explosives rammed into one of the buses, causing a massive blast. The car was driven by Adil Ahmad Dar, a 20-year-old local who had joined JEM in 2018. The impact of the explosion was so powerful that it reduced the bus to a mangled heap of metal and set several other vehicles on fire. The attack resulted in the death of 40 CRPF personnel and left many others critically wounded. The JEM claimed responsibility for the attack and released a video of Dar, who called himself Fidayan, one who sacrifices himself, and threatened more attacks on India. How did India respond to the attack? The Pulwama attack triggered a wave of anger and sorrow across India as people expressed their solidarity with the bereaved families and demanded justice for the slain soldiers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi condemned the attack and assured that the perpetrator would not go unpunished. He said that the security forces had been given full freedom to take any action against the terrorists and their supporters. He also warned Pakistan, which has been accused of harboring and aiding JEM, to stop its activities or face the consequences. The Ministry of External Affairs issued a strong statement holding Pakistan responsible for the attack and demanding that it take immediate and verifiable action against JEM and its leader Masood Azhar, who operates from Pakistani soil. The statement also urged the international community to isolate Pakistan and impose sanctions on it for its role in supporting terrorism. India also took several diplomatic and economic measures against Pakistan, such as revoking its status as the most favored nation, which granted it preferential trade terms, and increasing the customs duty on Pakistani goods to 200%. India also withdrew its security cover for some separatist leader in Kashmir who have been accused of having links with Pakistan and fomenting violence in the valley. India garnered support from various countries and organizations such as the United States, France, Russia, China, and United Nations and the European Union, who condemned the attack and expressed their solidarity with India. How did India avenge the attack? On February 26, 2019, India launched a counter-attack named Operation Bandar to strike at the heart of JEM in Pakistan. In a pre-dawn operation, 12 Mirage 2000 fighter jet of the Indian Air Force crossed the line of control and dropped Israel-made smart bombs on a JEM camp in Balakot, a town in the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province of Pakistan. The camp was believed to be a major training and requirement center for JEM and other terrorist groups, where hundreds of militants were present at the time of the attack. India claimed that the airstrike was a non-military and preemptive action aimed at preventing further attacks on India. India also claimed that it had inflicted significant damage and casualties on the camp while avoiding any civilian harm. However, Pakistan denied these claims and said that the Indian jets had only hit some trees and caused no damage or casualties. Retaliated by sending several of its F-16 fighter jets to breach the Indian airspace and target Indian military installations in Jammu and Kashmir. However, the Indian Air Force intercepted the Pakistani jets and engaged them in a dogfight. In the ensuing aerial combat, one of the Pakistani F-16s was shot down by an Indian MiG-21 Bison piloted by Wing Commander Abhinandan Vardhaman. However, Vardhaman's jet was also hit by a missile and he had to eject and land in the Pakistani territory, where he was captured by the Pakistani army. His capture sparked a tense situation between the two countries as India demanded his immediate and safe return. On March 1, 2019, Pakistan released Vardhaman as a gesture of peace and handed him over to India at the Wagah border. What was the impact of the attack and the subsequent events? The Pulwama attack and its aftermath were pivotal moments in the relations between India and Pakistan, significantly impacting regional and global dynamics, exposing vulnerabilities in India's security apparatus. The attack underscored the menace of terrorism from Pakistan and emphasized the imperative for India to fortify its intelligence and defense capabilities. Subsequent events, including the Balakot airstrike, demonstrated India's resolve to retaliate against terror infrastructure without escalating to full scale conflict, shifting from a policy of strategic restraint to strategic deterrence. These actions bolstered Prime Minister Modi's popularity and projected a strong leadership image ahead of the 2019 elections. Internationally, the attack heightened tensions between the nuclear armed neighbors, prompting global concern and diplomatic intervention to prevent escalation. It also intensified pressure on Pakistan to act against terrorist groups operating within its borders and comply with international norms. Involvement from various countries and organizations such as the US, China, and the UN aimed at de-escalation and fostering dialogue between India and Pakistan. Moreover, the incident emphasized the necessity of a constructive approach to address long-standing issues, particularly the Kashmir dispute, underlying the conflict between the two nations. How did India honor the martyrs of the attack? India honored the martyrs of the Pulwama attack through numerous gestures, including candlelight vigils, moment of silence, prayers, and financial contributions. The government took steps to support the families of the fallen soldiers, offering compensation, employment opportunities, education, and healthcare facilities. Additionally, individuals were commemorated through the naming of public places and institutions in their honor. Notably, Head Constable Abdul Rashid Kalas was posthumously awarded the prestigious Asoka Chakra, while 15 other CRPF personnel received the Shaurya Chakra. Wing Commander Abhinandan Vartaman was recognized with the Veer Chakra for his bravery. The nation continued to pay tribute to the martyrs during significant events and reaffirmed its commitment to combating terrorism and upholding peace and democracy. What are the challenges and opportunities ahead? The Pulwama attack and the subsequent event have left a lasting impact on the relations between India and Pakistan, as well as on the security and stability of the region. The attack and the events have also posed several challenges and opportunities for both the countries and the international community, which need to be addressed and explored in order to prevent further violence and to promote peace and cooperation.